I started my second company in 2014. It started out as a video production company, and then 9 years later, it eventually evolved into a branding and marketing agency. Went through a investment round, pre-seed, and then a merger and amalgamation. And long story short, I eventually exited in 2025, January, to focus on what my passion and purpose led me to, which is community building and bringing humans together. Why? Because in 2020, I was invited to teach with the NAS Academy together with Nosaya Yassin from NAS Daily. And I saw how he actually brought people together. And when people come together, magic happens. $1 million deals get made, business gets referred to each other, and revenue as a whole and as an ecosystem grows when everybody grows along with it. And that is why I also started my Beyond community for entrepreneurs, or what I call rebelpreneurs. People who are taking the path less traveled to ditch the 9 to 5, to find their own voice, their own identity, but more importantly, their own drive, profit, proficiency, purpose, and passion to run their own business. But it's a very, very lonely journey. Entrepreneurship, as I always say, is the fastest way to get into depression, to become bankrupt, and to lose all your friends. Because not everyone understands the burden of purpose and the burden of execution when it comes to entrepreneurship. And that is why the Beyond community was something close to my heart, because I wanted to bring people together, not just as a support system, not just as a therapy group, but really to bring businesses and brands beyond borders. Because the world is getting smaller, and with AI and technology, it's getting even smaller. So how do we then retain our humanity and also grow our businesses together? The answer to that, to me, is community. And now, fast forward, 2025, BeyondFest is the culmination of my own mission to really bring people together in a disconnected world. But the vision really is to help businesses, SMEs, solopreneurs, and people who are striving to make something of themselves to accelerate their growth, to scale their revenue, but give them the tools, the functionalities, the actionable items for them to go forth and build a better business. Because a lot of times, entrepreneurs do not have access to network, do not have access to people, places, products, or even potential. And I want to be that person to bridge that gap, to bring them to where they are now, to where they want to go in the future and beyond. So in BeyondFest, I've been very, very fortunate to bring people like Ghazanfar Iqbal, business development lead for startups in Amazon, who is graciously lending us their office space to run this gathering or anti-conference. And then we have people like Yuan. She is the managing director of Aeon Malls, Aeon Business Group, and also Aeon 360. And she is going to be coming down to talk about how AI has helped an MNC to be future-proof and relatable and relevant in today's fast-moving technological landscape, which can then share with the SMEs about processes, about corporate diligence, and how to build your business with MNC mindset. Not only that, we also have Dr. Azhar Ahmad, who used to be from Boehringer and then left that industry and category to become a trainer to teach people the power of social reputation, social media, and social awareness and visibility through content creation, together with another powerful individual, Crystal Lim. She is a TEDx speaker, and she also left her industry to become a B2B storyteller and corporate influencer, which is something that is not very active on LinkedIn, because people always assume, oh, influencer or creator, you should be on lifestyle and retail platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or even YouTube. Well, she's going to show how she did it on LinkedIn and how all of us can too as well. Now you might be thinking, what is an anti-conference? To me, an anti-conference is something that takes away everything that is rigid, that is sterile, that is clinical, and that is no humanity within a summit, a convention, a conference, whatever you want to call it, and to put the fun and fundamentals within a gathering. So there are going to be things like keynote speeches, panel sessions, but we are going to repackage it in a different way, where it's going to be termed expert sharings for keynotes or eavesdropping sessions for panels. But we're also bringing something that I learned when I was a keynote speaker for the Bangsko Nomad Festival in Bulgaria. They had this thing or this element within the summit called unconferences, where attendees and participants who actually pay to be at the gathering curate their own workshop with their own agenda. So we are democratizing the power and the control and the narrative for attendees like yourself to actually hold your own workshop, to talk about a specific theme or a topic of interest, which could dwell within the realms of branding, marketing, content, AI, or even business. On top of all of this, you have the opportunity to network with these trailblazers, these dream makers, these world shakers, these history makers. And you can also maybe meet your next investor, your next partner, your next collaborator at this gathering. So whether is it a co-founder or a friend that you're looking for, this might just well be the place to make that acquaintance. But of course, you need to be open to be on that journey. On top of this, if you choose to get the Explorer Pass or the VIP All Access, you will be invited for a private lunch with all of the speakers, panelists, sponsors, and the decision makers. On top of that, you will also have access to a private dinner and after party for the VIP All Access, where we let down our guard, we pull down our hair and we pull down the walls and barriers of conversation, because I will be the one facilitating and helping you all get into deeper conversation. Not asking the BS things like, oh, what do you do? Who are you? Blah, blah, blah. But I'll be forcing you all to ask the deep questions like, how much do you have in your bank? If you're uncomfortable with that, that's the whole point, because there is no growth in comfort and there is no comfort in growth, my friends. So with all of that shit, do you think this is like the best gathering you've ever heard of? That is for you to decide. But for us, we are keeping this exclusive with only 120 seats available. 50 General, 40 Explorer, and 30 VIP only. You might be thinking, who is this gathering for? Well, it is exactly for you, the digital entrepreneur, the builder, the startup founder, the tech enthusiast, the AI evangelist, people who have a digital service offering or product who wants to scale and grow within the 1 to 5 mil range. Or if you're an SME who's looking to break their revenue ceiling to go into the next level and beyond. So this message really is for you if you're watching this video up until this point. I really want to bring together the same vibe, the same energy that I have experienced the last 6 months where I traveled to 8 different countries holding community events. Because to me, community is the one thing that AI, that technology, that conventions and conferences will never ever take away the importance of community. And at BeyondFest, that will be the main thing that I'll be driving and pushing, which is community. So get your passes before it's too late. Because once we reach the max cap, that's it. We have to close off registration. The question is now, will I see you there? And with that, my name is Jeremiah, the founder and chief cheerleader of Beyond. And I will see you at BeyondFest, to infinity and beyond.